Hi everyone, it's Jody from An Eye for Beauty. Today is Friday, September 10th, 2021. And I just wanted to come on today and pull a couple of cards to help you on this day. And as we come up upon September 11th, the 20-year anniversary of when the Twin Towers fell. And I'm sure everybody remembers where they were at that moment. I happened to be driving down the road to my office, and it was right across the river that I saw the Twin Towers falling, the smoke and then the falling. Everybody knows where they were. I want you to remember how you felt. I want you to remember how we united, truly using that word to the truest intention of what it means. United. Had compassion for each other. Had empathy for each other. Had love for each other. Truly united. There was no blaming. There was no shaming. There was none of that. What happened 20 years later? What happened? Did we dumb down? Did we forget our emotions? What happened? So on the wake of this September 11th, 2021, and on the wake of the most recent announcements coming from the system of the government, and the words and the energy behind those words, I invite you to take a moment to be still with what you heard, maybe if you listened yesterday, and then take yourself back to 20 years ago. And even if you don't know what it means to feel the energy, just remember the difference of community. Remember that, because that 20 years ago is what we need to get back to. The blaming, the shaming, the unbelievable way of saying that it's certain people's faults for what is going on in the world right now is unacceptable. And if you step back and you think about God, your creator, because that is what we have to get back to, that connection with God. He's not happy right now. But this has to play out the way it is. And things have to crumble to the ground. So the words have to be said so that everything crumbles to the ground. So the system really cracks open. So that more and more see, and then more and more take action. It doesn't matter what political side you're on. It doesn't matter whether you chose to get the synthetic shot in you or not. It does not matter. Because at the end of the day, we have lost sight of freedom, choice, respect of those things, empathy, compassion, and the highest vibration of love. So I want to pull some cards today, and I want to give you words from the cards, from the Archangels, from the Creator, that maybe can help you as you step into this weekend and on your journey. Definitely some are suffering more than others. Some are having a hard time dealing with this more than others. Can you have empathy and compassion for them? Maybe you're good. Maybe you're good with the choice that you made, but not everybody has that option at this time. So let's pull some cards and let's see what comes up. We're starting with this first card, and we have two. And the first card is Dwelling in Truth. And the card says, I stand in the light of truth. So I'm going to just ask you to take yourself back. Take some time to close your eyes and remember where you were 20 years ago. Remember what it felt like. Remember how you felt for others that were experiencing something different than you. Take yourself back to the truth of the community of the United States, of the truth of the community of the people in New York and New Jersey that all came together during a terrible time. And remember when there was evil that lurked on us? Did we all stand together to stand up and fight for that evil? Yes. What's changed in 20 years? Did we get complacent? What happens? One of the things that happens is that we accepted what is, but then we moved on. We moved on about our daily day. We got busier. We stopped connecting. Things got crazy in our lives. And we didn't take the time to reconnect. But then the pandemic hit. Now, the intention behind why the pandemic occurred, there are many different reasons. We may or may not ever really know the real truth behind that. Nor should we be dwelling in that truth. Because at the end of the day, it's the past and it happens. But this time, in going through that, every time for me personally, I thought, community is going to come together. People are going to come together. This is going to be the shift. This is going to be the change. That is not what happened. People got angrier. People got hateful. Didn't want to help each other. Remember the hoarding of the paper towels and the toilet paper, just as an example. And what it really brought up is old wounds of the lineage of each and every one of us, ancestral lineage. So that's even before our time. That's going back generations. And it brought up all the old wounds. And what in turn happened was everybody became more selfish than selfless. So now we're at this point where it looks like our freedom will be taken away, where it's been manipulated so much, where we have so much control going on. If you just take the idea of the words that were said yesterday and think back a year and a half or just a year, when the 45 was speaking, not the same by any means, but saying things that people didn't want to hear, he was called a tyrant, a dictator, many, many things that didn't even make sense by certain people. But now we have someone who is not even holding back and doesn't even care and just says the craziest things in the craziest voice to get his point across. And people are quiet. People aren't fighting back. People are just listening to it. And why do you think that is? Is it because of so much fear? Is it because the manipulation has become so much? Or is it because people are just worried about themselves and not thinking about the community and not thinking about everybody else around them? So the question is, well, okay, healing the past is the next card that comes out. And that's what we are working on, healing the past. We are working on this lineage that needs to get healed. And how are we going to do that? What do we need to know? How are we going to get through this? First, you need to proceed softly. And it says, my inner power grows in moments of quiet. And I've been saying this for months. It's time to go within. Remember what I said in the beginning of this video, when September 11th happened, what happened to each of us? We had to really sit with how we felt. And then we felt for others, and we had empathy, and we had compassion. But that didn't happen this time. This time we were hoarding. We were just worrying about ourselves. Of course there were people that were caring about others. This is not 100% for every single living person. But there were so many people that just worried about themselves. And the words and the energy behind what was said yesterday is exactly the same. It is such a blame, shame game. And that is the lowest vibration, and not a vibration that resides in the frequency of the Creator. What it is, though, is a vibration that causes doubt. And doubt is the devil. And the devil tries to come in, it's temptation. Come in and see where he can get you. Where can he really make you doubt yourself? Doubt your choices, doubt your actions. That's what's happening right now. So we have to proceed softly, going slowly on this journey. I thought it was a rainbow, but it's really not. Taking your time, sitting quietly, and noticing where you're going to make a difference. Because your inner light can help others. Are you going to be someone that energetically holds hands with me right now to spread light into this world while it's so dark? To spread light on the people that are causing such grief with the control and the manipulation? Can we all hold hands to send light to those people? Light always wins over darkness. So I know that there are people that are angry. I know that there are people that are hurt. I know that there are people that are scared and fearful. There are so many different things going on. But can you let go for a second and energetically close your eyes and imagining you're putting out your two hands and holding my hand so that we can raise the vibration by sharing the light? Because light always wins over darkness. So it's up to you. You have the choice. No matter what you're being told, you have the choice to stand in a higher frequency and vibration or a lower frequency and vibration. Which one will you choose at this time? Remember tomorrow. Remember the people that are grieving for tomorrow, marking 20 years, as well as the people that are grieving right now because they are being blamed for a choice that they made that they knew was for the best and highest good of them. Maybe it's a choice that they made with the quietness of sitting with themselves and their Creator. And how dare anyone get in the way of that connection? I hope that this message served you. I hope that it raised a light bulb moment for you or helped you to raise the veil of the third eye. Because we need to do better. We need to do better for our children and for our grandchildren. Wishing you a great weekend. Bye-bye.